Hey guys, welcome back to another NFT gaming related video. Today we'll be talking about Solana Hills and their upcoming P2E game. And you can already see on Twitter, they've been here for a while, like they're a pretty OG project, joining Twitter in August 2021 and most likely creating their NFT project a couple months after that. The team is followed by a lot of notable people in the space. You can see on here my followers that I know, Cody on Chain, even Frank, the guy from DGods, extremely talented guy. We got Soul Big Brain, Jerzy, it's Ragnar, and lots more. Right now on Magic Eden, let's check out their price, how they're doing right now. Solana Hills, oops. 2.25 is their floor price, average price of 2.36, so they have come down a bit. I think the last time I saw it was around 3. And here's a bit of their artwork. I personally really like the art. I love the monkey ones as well as the penguin ones. But anyways, going back to the game, looks like in the last day they released their new gaming beta, or not beta, their new gaming preview. So let's take a look. Full screen this, rewind it a bit, rerun these hills. Looks like there was a leaderboard there. We have a endless runner, this penguin collecting jewels and jumping over dumpster fires, with some city buildings in the background. And then on the top right, you can see your total number of jewels as well as the distance you've ran. And it does look like the game is picking up, so it does get faster the farther you go. I guess the increased difficulty. Toilet paper there, I'm not sure what exactly that does. And that's it. So what are my current thoughts on the game? I personally think that this is pretty embarrassing for the amount of time that it took for them to release this. I think development started like at least a month ago, if I check in the Discord. The announcements, it looks like on last month on the 17th, so pretty much 1 month ago, we finalized the game assets and they're ready to export. And then since then, we got some lore, more assets, and finally this demo. If this was like 1 out of 3 minigames that they released all at once, then I would be impressed actually, because that would take a lot of work. But if it's just this, I am extremely disappointed because I used to make games for fun. I know how much time and work goes into this, and besides the leaderboard and the Web3 technology of connecting to a wallet like Phantom, this should probably take only a day or two at max. Cause like, this game looks like a flash game that I used to play in elementary school on Y8 or Cool Math Games or whatever it's called. And so yeah, I personally own this project, and so I'm extremely sad and disappointed of what I'm seeing right now, because I can't imagine anyone playing this more than once or twice unless there's a huge financial incentive. And yeah, just super sad to see. And just to prove my point, I'm actually going to brush up my skills in Unity and make this, because based on the editor, I can already tell that this is made in the Unity engine. And so let me show y'all what I mean. Just now I created a Word doc just to show y'all the assets I'll need and as well as the mechanics that I'll be implementing. Bring this up. The assets, obviously I need a penguin. We have to collect jewels, and there's stuff like dumpsters on fire, which is like the end state that'll cause us to lose, as well as the buildings and a street to run on. And then for the systems, the game goes on forever, so I'll need to implement endless map generation, as well as endlessly generating the jewels, the fires, and all the buildings and stuff. Then we have to collect points while we collect the jewels and display it. We also have to display the running distance on the top right, and make the game go faster the longer that you survive. And then we die or we lose the game when we touch the dumpster fire. And then some extra systems, if I have time today, I'll be implementing the Parallax Background. So Parallax Background basically means, if I show y'all in here again, that there's a perceived distance between the foreground, middle ground, and background. And the foreground is all the stuff like the penguin moving, the jewels, the fire. The middle ground is the lighter green hill, and the background is the darker green hill. And you notice that stuff in the foreground moves faster because it's closer up to you. And then it's the middle ground, and then the background, the hills move very slowly because that's farther in the back. It's just how we perceive distance. And then animations, the penguin running, jumping, the dumpster fire, and the text display. So I think I talked enough about the stuff that I'll be implementing. I think it's about time I start putting this in the game. And so I got Unity open up. Let's get to work. We have everything laid out now. Trust me, all this art is placeholder. We have the white block as the penguin. Just the ground is grass for now. The light blue is the jewel. The red obviously fire. And then the brown is the big old house in the background. And then for our text, we have two texts. One is for the jewel, one is for the distance. And then a little jewel image will be placed here once I get that. Next up is to actually make the player start moving. Alright, I'm back. I've actually added a lot more functionality to this game. And so right now the player always moves to the right because it's an endless runner. He's also able to jump. And right now if you hit the jewel, you'll get 25 points. And if you hit the big jewel, you get 50 points. And also if you hit the fire, then you just restart the game. Camera also follows the player. And just let me show you how it works. Pretty simple. Right now there's no endless generation, so we'll just fall off the map here. Let me play this for y'all one more time. You can see the text also updates, distance and the jewel amount. Oops, I didn't make that. Didn't make that either. Bada bing, bada boom. And the reason it was 75 is because I had this jewel and big jewel stacked on top of each other right now. Big jewel right there. I can put it right here. So right now I should get 25, yep. And then 50, so 75. Going back to our Word doc, I actually forgot to add the camera follow, so I'm gonna just add that real quick. Camera follows player. And then let me cross out the stuff that we've already done. So game points when we collect jewels and display it, cross out. Display running distance, cross out. Camera follows player, cross out. Oh, and also end game when we touch the dumpster fire, cross out. Let's see. Let's work on these two now, the map generation and the increasing the game speed. And then we can start working on actually importing these assets to make the game look like an actual game. Hey guys, I'm back day 2 after a very long day. For the past couple hours, I've just been looking through asset packs to find art. And obviously, it looks a lot better, but it still looks kind of wonky because everything's not very cohesive. Like the apple and then everything else is like pixel art except for the penguin. But I don't have like a personal artist to help me on this project, so this is like the best I can do. Right now we have the penguin, and instead of jewels, we're collecting apples because I guess the penguin's hungry. And the obstacles is no longer dumpster fires. We're just trying to avoid these children on the road. And you can see that we also have a parallax thing set up already. We have the purple buildings in the middle ground. Moving them right now, as well as the background, we have the grayed out blue buildings. Okay, now the parallax feature is done for the backgrounds. It was actually easier than I thought it would be. And so here we go. I extended the ground and added a couple more buildings just to test it out. Let's jump over this. Oh, I failed that. Here we go one more time. You can see the foreground just blips by us because that's how we move at normal speed. The middle ground goes a bit slower and the background, oh what the heck, how did we fall over? The background goes even slower than that because that's just how we perceive distance. The things up close move at our pace, and then things farther back, far away, move slower, much slower. Strange, I wonder how we fell. Maybe a weird collider issue, but I don't think I have to worry, because now we're going to get on to map generation. Actual random map generation. Quote unquote random. Alright, we're back with random procedural generation for our maps, and this took me a bit longer than expected, but we eventually came up with a pretty simple solution. I'll show y'all that later, but first let me show the demo. So the buildings, the apples, and the NPCs are all randomly placed. And I also implemented the fact that the game now increases in speed as you go on, just to increase difficulty, because if the game was just the speed for the whole game throughout, it'll be pretty boring. So yeah, now the player gains movement speed as we play. Let me put this full screen while we still have time there. Pretty simple. Apple count and the distance is racking up on the top right. Well, it's going pretty fast now, things are starting to get blurry. Oh god. And then you can also see the parallax background in the background. The foreground moving faster, and then the middle ground, and then finally the skyscrapers in the back. I'm kind of a gamer, so it might take me a while to die. I think I'll get the gist. We'll see. I'll try and get to like 5k and then I'll stop. Oh, it's getting really blurry though. Oh, and so when you die, I just have the game pause for 3 seconds and then restarts because I don't have a loose screen right now, or main menu screen for that matter. But yep, that is pretty much it. That is Rerun the Hills version 2.0. And I think I'm gonna call this video here because all I need left is really just UI, music, sound effects, and animation, which I don't do any of those. I'm just a programmer, and so I'll have to go searching for that, which I don't really want to do. And I think I've shown y'all enough about how easily these sort of games can be created. And this whole video might seem like FUD for Solana Hills, but do keep in mind I'm also a holder. I just want what's best for the project. Having a game come out of this caliber after a month of waiting, I don't think is very acceptable. I think if they pushed out like 6 of these games within a month, that I will be impressed with. I'm actually not too against these types of games because their whole premise with Solana Hills is the arcade and having like a bunch of mini games inside the arcade because that's what arcades are known for. But just the, I guess, development speed, I'm not happy with because this sort of game, like I just showed y'all, took me 2 days without the Web3 integration with the wallet and stuff. But yeah, I just want what's best for the project and I want to see them succeed. And I'm hoping if they are going to create a arcade thing for their project, then they should be creating these projects a lot faster than this. And so, yep, that's about it. If you guys are curious about how I made this game, please feel free to leave a comment below if you're interested. But besides that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.